So we're going to talk about the Backstage area and more about the ribbon. There's two primary functions you'll be performing Backstage, and we're going to talk about those. We'll go back and look at the ribbon and how it contracts and sizes itself to the size of the monitor that you're using. And finally, we'll talk about the contextually driven tabs that'll show up depending upon the objects that are selected on your worksheet area. So we're back in Excel, and there's a number of things that are on the screen here, which we'll get to in a second. There's one of these 9 tabs that is distinctly different than the rest of them. It's the File tab. It's green. The other ones are not green. They're white. That's the Backstage area. And when you click it, you're taken to an area that's outside of the workspace that's contained within the spreadsheet, the worksheet. So there's 2 primary functions you're going to be performing back here. You're going to work with your files. That's one of the functions. There's workbook protections. There's a way to check for issues. We saw that in a prior movie. Manage versions of your workbook. Browser view option settings, if you're going to save your workbook and open it up on the web. There's information about the workbook, the properties, the last date modified, etc. You can open up a new workbook. That'll take you to the start screen. You can look at the recent workbooks and open up a workbook there, or click on computer and search for a workbook. So all of these things, save as, printing your worksheet, sharing your workbook, exporting your workbook, have to do with your workbook. The second thing that you'll do, or that you can do, is change some of the option settings. Here you can change the way Excel appears, the way it calculates. You can set some editing rules, change the language settings. There's numerous advanced settings, which we'll get into all of these things. I'm going to cancel that. So that's the Backstage area, with the 2 primary functions being you're going to work with your worksheets and you're going to change option settings. That's outside of the workspace, which is where we are now. So the ribbon will change its appearance and change as you shrink the space that it has to display itself. Right now in the Styles gallery, we have 5 columns. But if I pull this away from the top and give it less room, the Styles gallery has been collapsed down into a drop-down menu. And as I give the ribbon less and less room, these buttons, command buttons, will condense and take up less geographical space because they have less space to show themselves. The other thing about the ribbon, and I'm going to full size the screen again, is that these tabs are not the only tabs that you'll see. Depending upon the object that you select and make active in your worksheet area, you're going to see other tabs pop up. For pictures, we have picture tools that allows you to format a picture in all sorts of different ways. There's shapes, drawing tools, tables, design tools, pivot tables, the analyze and design tools, smart art, the design and format tools, the smart art tools. So Microsoft has packed into the ribbon hundreds and hundreds of command options that allow you to manipulate and work with the content that's in your worksheet. But as we'll find out later on, all of the command options are not in the ribbon. You can change and customize the ribbon and add even more command options that are available and not on the standard ribbons. So that was the Backstage area and a little bit more information on the ribbon. In the Backstage area, you're going to perform 2 primary functions. You're going to work with your workbook and you're going to change option settings. The ribbon is sort of magical and it will change its size according to what space it has available to display itself. And the standard ribbon tabs are not all that the ribbon is comprised of. You'll see contextually driven tabs depending upon what object you select in your worksheet.